Yo, guys, I hope you're well. So, guys, last night I wrote a post in response to Zelensky of the Ukraine asking for the European countries to get together and form a European army. Well, I did a comment on that, quite a long comment, posted in the early hours of this morning. And it is what it is. I've got no beef with Zelensky. I understand what he's asking for. But my real concern is with our leader, Keir Starmer, who expects the people of the UK to go out and to fight for other people's freedoms. Where here in the UK, he is crushing our own freedoms, freedoms of the great British people. We fought 2 world wars and many other wars, dropping every single thing to fight for the premise and the terms of freedom for our people, our children, and our children's children. And we didn't get much for it, did we? Because today we have really little freedoms, and the freedoms that we do have are being eradicated and stolen away by stealth by people like Keir Starmer. But I'll leave that for another day, because what I really want to look at is some numbers. So I have my own opinions and everyone else is entitled to their opinions. And that's what freedom and democracy is all about. It's about letting and allowing other people to have their own opinions and to be able to voice their opinions. So that is what our parents, grandparents, and great grandparents fought for in World War II, World War I, and other wars in between. They fought for us to have the freedom to be able to speak out on certain issues, certain topics without persecution. So I'm going to look at some numbers here, and I'm looking at some numbers around the funding of the Ukraine-Russian war, because it's quite interesting to me. So just bear with me one moment, people. So I took a snapshot a few weeks ago when I was just thinking about how much money has been spent on the Ukraine-Russian war by the allies. Let's just call them allies. Okay. So in 2023-24, the United Kingdom, no, that's not right. Sorry. That's not right. Okay. So the first question, guys, was how much money has the UK given to Ukraine? So as a leading partner, the UK has provided vital support to the Ukraine. And in total, the UK has committed £12.8 billion. £12.8 billion to the Ukraine. And of that 12.8 billion, 7.8 billion has been in military supports and 5 billion in non-military ancillary supports. So that's a lot of money. And I looked back, and this is where I went back to 2023, 2024. So in 2023-24, the UK spent £54 billion on defence. So if you work out, we've given the Ukraine 12.8 billion, just call it 20%. So 20% of our annual spend on defence has been given to the Ukraine in forms of military and non-military supports. That's 20% of our entire budget. That's a lot of money, a lot of money. So if you think about that, what about the other partners? So say, for instance, France. Remember, the UK gave £12.8 billion to the Ukraine efforts. Well, it looks like, I think this goes back to the end of December 2023, France committed only 3.8 billion. 3.8 billion. That is 9 billion, and this is euros, 3.8 billion euros. So that is over £9 million, sorry, £9 billion less than the UK. So remember, UK 12.8 billion pounds, France 3.8 billion euros. But you have to give props to Germany because Germany has committed 14 billion euros to support the Ukraine. But when you total it all in all with all the European countries, they have allocated 88.7 billion euros to the Ukraine war effort. And the US, 66 billion euros to the Ukraine effort. So that's about 150 odd billion euros has gone to the Ukraine effort so far. That's a lot of money. And I'm beginning to scratch my head because I'm beginning to think, where's that money gone? Where's it gone? Someone somewhere is making some kind of profit from this war. I don't know who, I don't know where, and I don't know how. But money is going, it's draining away faster than the Thames Water companies, the Thames Water Corporation. And they know how to make money disappear very quickly. They really do. Money goes through all the cracks in the... Really? Guys, it's not a laughing matter, to be honest with you, but in my opinion, the most lucrative industries in this world come from armaments. That's war in all the regions of the world, human trafficking, and drugs and pharmaceuticals. They are like the three of the most lucrative industries in the world. So wherever there's a war, you'll see the pharmaceutical industry making money from it. And of course, around there must be some kind of human trafficking, human migration, people being displaced. And yeah, it becomes a vicious cycle. So I just wanted to make you aware of what's happening so far here in the UK. We've given at least 12.8 billion pounds to the Ukraine effort. Now, what Keir Starmer is looking to do is to get us to get boots on the ground. Really? I think at the moment, we may well push back on that because here in the UK, we are being denigrated. And I can't remember the last time we have been pummeled, beaten, bashed up, and absolutely obliterated by our own people. We've been basically downgraded. We've been basically put down as second-class individuals here in our own country. And Keir Starmer wants us to get up and go out to fight for other people's freedoms. But at the moment, we haven't got the freedoms in our own country. They are being taken away from us at an alarming rate. So this is just my opinion. And I just know that the UK, the people that we are, we will go out and fight for other people. We will go out and fight for other countries. We will lay down our lives, our hopes, our futures for other countries. But what will we get back for it? What will we get back for it? We won't get anything back for it. Because when our youngsters come back maimed, injured, on stretchers, in coffins, the government will forget and turn a blind eye and pretend that they do not exist. And we will go back to the same problems and issues and even worse than we had the day before we went out to fight for other countries. So guys, yes, the UK is an incredible place, an incredible country filled with incredible people, because I know that we will go out and lay our lives down for everyone else. But at the end of the day, we'll get nothing back in return. We will just have more issues to deal with. So Keir Starmer, if you really want to force young people to go out and lay down their lives, you make certain that you and your people are on that front line. Because when the first missiles and rockets and gunfire goes off, we want you at the front. Because it's all well and good to do as you say, but why not do as you do and you be at the front line? You be there taking the gunfire and the missile shots. You won't, but you want us to. You want us to suffer. You crush us here in our homeland, and you want us to die out there for what? For empty promises, because you know that our freedoms have been taken away from us here in this country, UK. No, we've got to say enough is enough is enough. No, we will not do it. No.